Elden Ring is another great example why we need VRR, verbal refresh rate, on the PlayStation 5 now. I personally haven't played the PlayStation 5 version so far, but according to a lot of reviews and comparison tests online, the PlayStation 5 version offers the better game in terms of the technical point of view. We have slightly higher resolution, we have slightly higher frame rate, and we have much faster loading times. And very fast loading times in a game like Elden Ring, where where I die a lot, are absolutely necessary. But there's one thing why I would choose the Xbox version at this very moment over the PlayStation 5 version, and that's the VRR, the verbal refresh rate mode or support on the Xbox Series. Because even the PlayStation 5 version offers a higher frame rate, there is no stable 30 or fixed 30 or fixed 60 FPS mode on both systems. So that means you have stuttering and chuttering all the time, and just with the VRR support on the Xbox Series X, you have actually a very smooth gameplay. The VRR support on the Xbox Series is improving the experience in this game a lot. This at the moment is the quality mode with VRR disabled, and I can see a lot of stuttering. So in this mode, according to a couple of websites, we're talking about 30 to maximum 40 FPS on the Xbox Series and also on the PlayStation 5. Again, PlayStation 5 offers more frames than the Xbox Series X, but nevertheless you would end up with stuttering like this because there is no fixed 30 FPS frame rate mode. And the same counts for the prioritized frame rate mode. We have now up to 60 FPS, more likely around 50 to 55 FPS on the Xbox Series, but again a lot of stuttering, a lot of chuttering, because there is no fixed frame rate mode. And the only solution to get a smooth gameplay is actually turning on VRR, which I have done now. And please ignore the hertz value here, 97. We are not running in 97 frames here in this game. This game is locked in up to 60 FPS. Okay, so I think even on the PC there's at the moment a locked frame rate from 60 FPS, maximum 60 FPS, but I'm quite sure on the PC there will be a patch soon to actually get more than 60 FPS. But on the consoles, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, they never exceeded 60 FPS so far as I'm aware of. Okay, so just forget this, that we reaching 180 Hertz, not frames, okay? Anyway, the gameplay experience now with VRR enabled is so much better. We have no chuttering anymore, no stuttering at all. It just is a great example how VRR should work. And even I'm changing this to the quality mode, which of course gives us now a very blurry picture compared to the frame rate mode, because we have a much lower frame rate, but there is no stuttering anymore. It is very nice to play. So there's one thing you need to be aware of if you're playing this game on the Xbox Series and with VRR. There is a bug with the 60 Hz mode on the Xbox Series and the quality mode in the game. So if your game is set to 60 Hz, the quality mode will not support VRR. It will just work when you set your Xbox to 120 Hz. I'm not quite sure why, but this is really just the 60 Hz mode and the quality mode. 60 Hz and performance mode, VRR is working just perfect. Okay, so what mode is now the better one when you have a VRR capable display and the Xbox Series? Between the quality and the performance mode, yes, there is a visual difference. We're talking about less resolution and more shimmering in the background from far away or very tiny objects. I couldn't find a difference actually in shadow quality so far, but maybe I'm just looking at the wrong spot right now, because I died a lot and I'm still in this area here, to be very honest. But in terms of the visual quality, I was surprised that there is not much more difference. Just a little bit more shimmering and a little bit of a lower resolution. So at this very moment, With VRR enabled, I actually prefer the performance mode because you have a higher frame rate, which makes the picture when you move around or strafe around much clearer compared to the quality mode. So last but not least, I like to mention one thing: pop-ins and fade-ins. This is one of the worst games I ever played with very bad pop-ins and fade-ins, especially in the performance mode. You can see that assets and foliages are loading straight ahead or very close to your character sometimes, and this is very, very annoying. It looks like that the quality mode is a little bit better in terms of the pop-in and fade-ins, but again, I prefer, because of the higher frame rate in combination with VRR, the performance mode. So that's the only thing at the moment what I don't like in this game. Okay, what is my conclusion to this game? I think it is an okay looking game. It's not a masterpiece in terms of the visual quality. We have a lot of fade-in, pop-ins, and the shimmering in the background is not very nice to look at. But compared to other games, the shimmering is actually less noticeable. Compared to the PlayStation 5 version, I hope that we will see maybe a future update where we can have similar loading times, but I'm not quite sure about this because the loading times are, compared to the PlayStation 5 version, significant higher, and I die a lot in this game and it is annoying actually to wait that long to restart. So this is a very big advantage from the PlayStation 5 actually. Disadvantage on the PlayStation 5 for now is the missing VRR support, which would make this game on the PlayStation 5 my absolute recommendation over the Xbox Series version, of course. I really hope that Sony is releasing the firmware for the PlayStation 5 soon, but I have my doubts about this because, I don't know why. Anyway, that's my opinion. So what we like to see, or what I like to see, is also a improvement in terms of the fade-in and pop-ins, because especially in the performance mode, it is very annoying from time to time when all the assets, the foliage, suddenly pops in and fade in. That's something what I really don't like. But overall, I'm okay with the visual appearance from the game. It is not a new masterpiece, far away from that. You can see it's a very old engine actually, and it was made for older hardware as well. But with the support from VRR on the Xbox Series, I really enjoy playing this game. It's bloody hard, but I enjoy it. Thank you very much for watching me. I see you guys next time. Bye.